Expo Hall. Again, I'm A.M. Grabelny, your host with the most. I'm a developer advocate here at AWS, and I've been bringing you coverage from the London Summit all day from the Expo Hall. And as you can see, behind us, in front of us, I don't know what you can see, but
They can see us. They can see us.
Yeah, we're at the F1 simulator here, and we're going to be talking all about the F1 simulator. First off, I'm here with my co-host, Farah.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today.
Always lovely to be with you, Farah. And we've got a special guest here. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, everyone. My name is Abdel. I'm the commercial director in the company Wave Italy that we are producing the Formula 1 simulators. Nice to meet you.
Now, Abdel, something that I learned just from talking with you now, that I don't think I put it together ever before I spoke with you. These are actually used by drivers. It's not just for us here at AWS at our summits. These are actually professionally used.
Yes, exactly. Now we can see these are now in the, we can say the public modality. So the public, they can have the same feeling, the same experience of the drivers. In our academy, we have, we can say the same cockpit, but more professional setup for the Formula drivers from the category Formula 2, 3, 4, and the Formula E. So now we are, our purpose is to give the people the real feeling and experience of this simulator, so they can really understand what is the pilot they are really facing and seeing on the track. So
it's amazing. I just, when we were like walking around, you were talking about all the different sensors. What really caught my attention, though, was what you're holding in your hands, the steering wheel, right? So there's a ton of buttons and switches on it.
Yes.
What do they do?
Yeah, it depends. You know, through the time, there is always many developing with the car and with the optionals with the system. So it depends. We have the traction buttons, the ABS buttons, we have the power unit, we have the engine brake, we have the balance brake, we have the very famous button, the DRS, which is most requested by the people here. How can I use it? How can I? So it depends how you'd like to drive your car. It's like a horse. So with these buttons, you can make actually the car more aggressive, at the same time more faster, so you can make the competition with the other guys. So once exactly you know how to use these buttons, it will take you to another level of driving. It will really, that's why we call it unforgettable driving, because it's really unforgettable. I have here people, they don't, sometimes they don't want to get up, or they can make another queue line, waiting for another 1 hour just to have another ride for 5 minutes. It's amazing, guys, here.
Okay, so I have a question. If you're going to drive this for the very first time, do you have to know how to use all those buttons?
No, you don't have to use, because as I said, it's a public, so all we have to do is just, you have the accelerator, you have the brake. If you know the buttons, you can use them. If you don't know, no need to use them in the beginning. But step by step, we can say our brain become more curious to know about how to push with this car. So for the beginning, no need to use anything. Just drive, enjoy the feeling, and move on.
So in the academy, right, with the simulator, our audience is a technical audience. They're programmers, they're machine learning scientists, things like that. I imagine as you're driving and the simulator is working, it's probably collecting a lot of data, right?
Exactly. First of all, what you see here, it's a really hard work that we have done. It's not just a combination of pieces. It's all studied, the angle of the eye, the motion, the dynamic seat belts, the attack drive force, the butt kick under the seat. With this kind of combination, we trick the mind. So the mind thinks that my body is having a G-force. So by the time you will start sweating and losing weight. So that's why in our academy, we have a special air conditioning system. They are using the gloves to keep pushing on the driving. We're also getting very sensitive analysis and data for each driver to improve him, to show him where he has to push, where he pushed late, where he pushed the brake in a certain point. Yes.
So it's not only just to get a feel for the the car itself and how it will feel on the track. It's also to capture that data, then to improve your drivers as well.
Exactly, yes, to improve, because simulators, the simulator for the driver is not to improve their driving, it's to let them have more knowledge and the circuit. So our coach, they indicate them where he has to push in that point exactly to stop the car on that angle. So collecting that data, it's very important for a driver to see exactly how they are moving on to prepare for their race.
I have a question. So how long can you spend time in this car? Like if you're going to be like feeling the G-force and like starting to sweat and maybe lose weight, like how much time can you spend in a car at a time? Or is there any limits?
There is no limits. It depends on your body, because all the races are athletics. So I have people that are staying, for example, in the academy for 4 hours, sometimes 8 hours. So you can imagine how they are pushing in this kind of machine. But at the same time, they are having more data so they can collect, and they are saving time and no risks, because instead that he goes to the track to try his car to practice, consuming tires, fuel. No, he stay with us this week. Sunday he will be ready to his race. Yes.
I have to say I like the sweating and losing weight
I was going to say, maybe I do want to get in the car. I was going to say, if those are the things that are going to happen, maybe I do want to get in.
I could use some sweating and losing weight for sure, yeah.
Guys, you are welcome, guys. If you are one of you, if you would like to try the simulator, it's
we might have to line up after
I think
and
we're
see,
getting in
yeah.
line. There's some pretty excited people I can see. Looks like they're waiting and waiting for their turn, so I don't want to step ahead. But.
Yeah, speaking of, so if I come to a summit like the one we're at right now, and I see the F1 simulator booth here, how long of a session can I expect actually in the car as a person here at these events?
Okay, usually we are giving now, as the queue is very long, we're giving around 7-minute experience, which means the experience starts when the person starts to get inside and he feels the carbon fiber seat, get inside, putting his leg, adjusting his pedals, explain to him or to her everything. It will take around 2 minutes. Then driving is 5 minutes, which is enough, because we are considering that some people that are not making some physics movement, because the next day maybe they will have some pain in the shoulder or on the muscles. So 5 minutes is totally enough as a first time. After that, you can move on with the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we're looking at the actual car, they've got things that push you from behind. They've got things that push you from up from the bottom, right?
You have the dynamic seat belts. Yeah. You have the small windows behind your back that when you push the brake, it will push you forward. You have the butt kick under the seat, so when you're shifting the gears, you will feel it. And also you have the drag drive force in the steering wheel, so you can feel exactly the car, how it's moving. So with also horizontal motion from behind, as I mentioned, this combination, it's a unique worldwide.
It also looked like when they would hit a wall, when people would hit a wall, it would jerk a little bit too. And so you could feel the impact of hitting a wall in the car.
Yes, exactly. That's why we advise all the users, whatever happens, don't let go of the steering wheel, because it will start spinning and it might hurt the hand. It hit the hand. That's why we also care. One of our main things is the safety. That's why we give indication. We have even insurance for the users. If something happened, we will take care of their safety. It's very important. So when we are talking about simulators, we are talking about real cars. It's not a game. It's a real car. So I hope and I see that everyone is enjoying the sessions. I have some people that are waiting more than an hour for. You can imagine, for only 5 minutes driving. So it's totally worth it.
Abdul, we only have about a minute left. Do you have anything else that you want to get across to the audience? Any advice for, I imagine get here early, maybe come to the booth at one of these summits first thing, so that the line is a little shorter. Anything else that you want the people to know? Yeah,
as I said, since 2 years we are pushing for the females to try this kind of sports, okay? Because we know that some females, they don't know that they have this kind of talent. So we are pushing in our academy come to try the simulators. Maybe something you don't know, it will come out. And I think since that time we are making very good process with the female part. As you know, since this year the female will be in the Formula One championships. Yeah.
Love it. Love the message. Come out and experience this yourself if you are lucky enough to be here at one of the summits that has the F1 simulator here. Abdul, thank you so much.
Welcome.
I appreciate it. Farah, we've got to move on to our next segment. And we will be right back with more from AWS On Air.